What's up, everybody? Long time no see. We're back. We back. And the regular scheduled program here. We're gonna make sure everybody else out in the land can see us and hear us. So we do a little comms check. Her. I hope you guys. What we're not gonna do is have an echo. We're not, sorry. One thing I hate is listening to myself talk. Okay, sorry, I'm struggling. Okay, so that's done. We're back. We're on Instagram Live. How y'all doing? Let me say hello. Let me tell y'all to come over to. I hate you. I see everybody on Instagram is already chatting, and I love it, but we can't see them on the stream. So please come to YouTube so we can see your comments. And the first comment is who should be QB number one, and that is Russell Wilson. I will answer that first and foremost. Russell Wilson. That's all I got. Till further notice. Okay. Good evening. Sorry for the delay of getting everything set up. It was a little tricky today. But it's been a minute, but I'm back. We're back. And look, there's been some movements. We weren't here last week, but we're back like I said. But the Steelers have been quiet but busy. Of course, there's been a bunch of pro days. There's been dinners. There's been some signings, and we'll talk about all that. And that rumor that came out that Mike Tomlin should be signing extension. We know that's not going to happen until months from now, but we knew. But yeah, so let's get into it. We got some people joining us this evening, so we're gonna bring them in. What's up? We got Mitch and Pitts, of course. So your name's Pitts. We're not displaying the names today, but I'll do it just for a second here so they can get familiar with your names real quick. And let me get to the chats and the comments, because we always have a nice little group come in and talk to us online. So hey everybody. How y'all been? How y'all? It's been a couple weeks, and I apologize. I've been a little busy, but how y'all feeling about what's going on with Steeler Nation?
I'm loving it.
I'm excited.
You excited?
You can't tell by the smile on all three of our faces. Like
I have no complaints. Like, look, we'll talk about some other teams here too, but I don't have any complaints. Okay. All right. I lied. The only complaint I have is I'm just a little concerned about the center position.
Me too.
Yeah. So that's my big concern.
I'm concerned, but I'm not fretting about it. Like I really love the place that we're in, and I really
Bryce. What up, Bryce? Welcome.
And I what's going on, bro? I feel good about where we are. I really do. I know we need a center, but I'm not overly like I'm not really too concerned. Like everything that we've done to this point has really relieved a lot other stressors, right? So I think with this one, whether it's veteran or if it's in the draft, we're going to address the position. We already know that. So I'm really at ease when it comes to the center position.
I feel the same way. I'm be honest with you. what's really making me nervous is the center and the wide receiver position. But I feel like Khan going to address it. Like, I really have a big confidence in Khan. I feel like whatever we need, he's going to make sure it getting taken care of. So,
I mean, we could look like Buffalo's wide receiver room right now, but no shade
if you talk
here.
to somebody, some people, our wide receiver room looks similar to Buffalo's. To some people, but I still don't. I still think the Steelers can make a big move at wide receiver still.
There's a lot of receivers in the draft.
Yeah, the draft is loaded with receivers, and we all know who better at drafting receivers than us.
Pittsburgh's a wide receiver factory.
Exactly. So I'm not. It's hard for me to be really worried. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's going to get addressed when it's time.
It's so good to see you, Bryce. For those that don't know, this is Bryce over here. It's so good to see you, man. So I know you just said that Pittsburgh Steelers are a wide receiver factory. I don't have a problem with them drafting wide receivers. It's fine. I still think they could get a good guy in free agency if they wanted to. I mean, not free agency, but they could still, whether it comes from trade or free agent. And we'll talk about who's still available out there in free agency. But how are you feeling about the center position, Bryce?
Man, I might be the only one, but I think they should really go wide receiver round 1. And I was actually hoping that they would trade for Brandon Ayuk, like a whole lot of other people were, but I don't really think that's going to happen now. So I'm just going to have to stick with, whatever they do is whatever they do, and we're going to have to deal with it.
To his point, I agree. Like, there's the wide receiver position is loaded, whether Oduzzi or Franklin. We already know Marvin Harrison and Xavier Worthy. We already know receivers like that. That's not going to be there. But there is still a lot of talent at the receiver position that we still can draft one and get a very good one in the first round.
It's just hard.
I think round 1 is a good idea.
For me, it's center in the first round, because I don't think them top tier centers ain't gonna be gone by the time we pick in the second round. This draft's so deep with receivers.
No Diddy.
It's a low key. It's some low key receivers.
No Diddy.
It's some low key receivers that I swear to goodness.
No J-Lo. That's my new one.
Hey, Dex.
I'm sorry, I heard that on the way in. Deep with receivers. Hey, yo.
You know he in New York, dude. He gotta,
Hey, I'm thinking that's normally Cavs line. That's Cavs. That's normally, like a sword.
Yo, we got you. We got your back. We got your back.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
That was definitely a
no J-Lo.
And I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm just stay on my J-Lo over here. Mind my business. About the back though.
Oh my God. Yeah, but the second round.
So second round for you. Anybody else think that we should take a wide receiver number 1?
Nah.
No.
I don't feel that way. But also, I am anti mock draft. I'm probably the most anti mock draft person there is when it comes to just about anything. Like, I don't like it. And when I was looking back, I'm like, how many people had the actual round 1 and 2 right for the Pittsburgh Steelers? How many people had, like, some people did have them picking Broderick Jones, and they did have them picking Joey Porter Jr. first in the first round. But how many people had Broderick Jones at 1 and Joey Porter Jr. at 2?
Nobody. I ain't see nobody have that.
So for me, it's all fun or whatever, but to me, it's like a bingo card. Like, you just hope that you hope like they call the guy that you have on your card. But it doesn't do anything for me. I trust in the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're gonna do what they're supposed to do, and they haven't truly failed me in a draft yet. We could talk about Kendrick Green if we want, but that GM is no longer there, so I'm not worried. I'm really not worried.
We ain't got to talk about Kendrick Green.
Yeah,
I honestly think
I think he's gonna do great in Houston, Texans. we're gonna talk about the Texans now because they looking like
they're loaded.
they're loaded at the wide receiver position.
And defensively, like they were already young. Like the Texans is going to be something to reckon with.
Yeah,
they're going to take a step back just to watch. I call it now.
we say.
I'm calling it right now. The Texans is taking a step back.
What?
It would be you.
Yeah.
All right, the Texans has taken a step back, according to Kev. So we'll see. What were you about to say, Bryce?
I was just impressed at how fast they've turned their organization around in the last 2 off seasons.
One.
Or
I mean, 1.5. 1.5.
Like A.
That is impressive. It is,
and haven't given up. So I love that.
Which is still mind-boggling, but I'm not going to take it. So I don't understand how D'Amico Ryans wasn't Coach of the Year, but it is what it is.
Yes, the
fans. Yeah. Last thing I'm gonna say on Kendrick Green, I honestly think we could have used him at fullback, and I think he would have been a great fullback. I honestly think he would have been a great fullback.
Does he get paid this next year? Because he's with Pat Freiermuth and them too, right? He's with the Najee class.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is in that class.
Okay. So he should be,
what he would have to lose. He was only 280 pounds. He could have lost 10 more pounds. Been a prime fullback.
He'd have been all right. He ain't had no weight on his ankles or nothing like that anyway. So he was good. Yeah.
What?
He had a whole season of rest 1 year.
What?
He just had an injury.
Like
and what was the injury that he had with the Texans? Was it knee?
I wasn't following him after he left. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because he got injured in our game, in the game we played, I believe.
He sure did. I just don't remember what the injury was.
I think it was a knee. It was a knee injury. I'm almost sure, but whatever. We could be wrong, and it'll be okay. Hey, y'all! Everybody in the chat, Coach, Banzo, Tony, TJ, what's up, y'all? All right, so we kind of talked about the first round pick here, and I do want to talk about Cordell Patterson. I think that pickup was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Omar did not wait. So we're going back a little bit because we weren't here last week, but Omar and them, I would just say Omar and Andy, when they did that kickoff rule, it was almost as like they knew if this goes through, we're getting this guy. So let's start the process. Or he probably was already on the list anyway. But if you look at his film and just look at what he can do and his size, I love it. I love the pickup. So you can use him as a wide receiver. I just think he's a good decoy. I don't know. I really think he's gonna give you. But it also makes me sad for Connor because I was kind of high on Connor being the gadget guy. He could still technically be that, but I feel like they might use him. They might use Patterson in some of those looks that I thought Connor would probably get.
Well, when you talk about Cordell Patterson, though, you got to look at the different positions that they used him at. They had him in the backfield. They had him at wide receiver.
Yeah.
He played the Wildcat quarterback, kick return, punt return. So he's like that switchblade, and that's why I want him more so for special teams. Yeah. Since Antonio Brown, we have not had a decent special team returner consistently, where it's just dog in, day out. So I'm excited for him to join us in that aspect. But then, all the other areas that he brings and his experiences from the backfield, from the slot, from the X position, he's played all over the field. So he brings a merit of gadgets that we didn't have prior to.
Mm-hmm.
I think
bringing all his guys to Pittsburgh, I like it.
I like the competition aspect, the fact that they bringing all these guys in. It's going to be a lot of competition out there. Mm-hmm. He do play a multitude of positions, but I think he really bought there for special teams, especially with the new kickoff rule.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I don't disagree. I just feel like, yeah, you're here for special teams, but Arthur Smith knows this guy, so I don't think that he's just gonna be a Danny Smith guy. I just don't. I just don't have that feeling in my gut, and like it doesn't feel like he's just a Danny Smith guy.
Yeah,
he's Arthur Smith's gonna use him too. So with the run heavy offense that we're claiming is going to be introduced in this team, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. And they still haven't picked up Najee's 5th year. What do you think they're gonna do that?
I need them to get that done like sometime soon.
but why? I mean,
yeah. When do you think that's gonna happen?
They going
because it's a time frame on it. Like when you get to a certain point, they can't pick it up.
Does anybody know the actual deadline?
I don't know the date.
I don't
know the date. I think it's before the draft though.
I can look it up.
Well, that's in 3 weeks.
Right.
So that time running out.
Let's see.
Man, yeah, they
May 2nd.
May 2nd is after the draft.
So after the draft.
Right after the draft.
Okay.
It's like a week after.
Yeah, thank you, Ken. He also said May 2nd.
How much does he do? 5th year.
Oh gosh, I knew this. Is it 7 million?
It's something
That's
like
it?
that. You know,
I thought it was going to be higher.
Nah, you know they don't be trying to pay the running back no more.
But I mean, because he was a first rounder.
Well, he's a first round pick, though.
I thought he was going to be higher.
No,
I thought it was going to be closer to the 10 side, but it's
not. It's 6.79 million.
Yeah,
6.7.
6.79 million.
Listen, we got
Le'Veon
gonna be coming into camp.
My guy.
Yeah, I will see that.
I do too.
Le'Veon coming into camp.
I do too.
I just want to see Le'Veon on backs on backers. Like that's what I want to see. That is what I want to see.
Yo, listen, I follow him on
back on backers.
I follow him on his Snapchat. He does a lot of talking. He look good. No Diddy. He look good.
You gotta lay off the weed, man. No, everybody smokes weed now in the league, so nobody has to lay off of it anymore. He looks so trim, and Najee's also looking a little slim.
Yeah, Najee slimmed down.
Yeah,
slim thick. He's been posting a ton of workout videos out in what?
Najee look what?
Slim thick.
You just called this man slim thick.
He's slim thick. He's still. I don't think Najee's ever going to be slim.
I'm throwing in the towel on you, D. You just called a man slim thick.
He is. Look, remember Adrian Peterson said about him.
That is crazy.
I didn't go that extreme about what AP said. So listen, yes, I don't think he'll ever be skinny. I just don't think he just has it, the makeup of being a skinny guy. So I don't know if you ever seen that man's quads. They're not small. But yeah, I think that he's putting a lot of footage out there of him working and getting it in, and I love that for him. And I just feel like he's gonna have a good year. So I don't know, how you guys see it, but I just want to know what's going on with this option. What are they waiting for?
I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for after the draft. That's a possibility.
I don't think that they're waiting.
You mean for trade room and space and
possibly.
We better not trade Najee.
I don't think they would.
No, they're not gonna trade Najee.
I really think they like Najee. I really think they do.
I know Mike Tomlin. I know Mike Tomlin. They love Najee.
Yeah, I know that.
He don't fumble.
Exactly.
Mike Tomlin love running backs that don't fumble. So Jalen.
I love Jalen, but yeah, we gotta work on that. You gotta work on the fumbles. I love Jalen. So I always make the argument that we have probably one of the top running back rooms in the league. And then with Patterson, the addition of Patterson, I'm still not mad at. I still think we up there with Christian McCaffrey and who else is the other duo that's good?
Shoot, a lot of them broke up.
It's just Christian McCaffrey. Nobody know the other running back, but
a lot of the other duos kind of broke up, didn't they?
Something like that.
Huh?
I think.
Go ahead, Bryce.
I think Derrick Henry to Baltimore is going to be a problem.
No, we usually do good with Derrick Henry though.
Yeah, I've been hearing people talking about some. Yeah, he be tearing us up. I was like,
no, you don't.
When?
I was like, when?
Like he might get a
I don't-
touchdown, but he don't have those extended. Like he don't have
Oh.
those big yard plays like that on
He
us.
I
doesn't,
don't remember
but
that. I don't remember him having good games against us. I don't remember that. I missed those.
he may not he didn't, but I think like I kind of piggyback to what Bryce said. I think that him and Lamar
The combo.
pose a different outset than what we've seen Derrick Henry win in the past. He's not standing next to Ryan Tannehill, right? And I know Lamar has only beat us once, right? So I'm not throwing in and say, oh, we're scared of Derrick. No, but what I do think is that with him being with Lamar, I think we'll see a very different, more being able to just run downhill Derrick Henry than we saw. I think we'll see a more youthful Alabama looking like Derrick Henry this year. Because he got a lot to prove.
Because of their
Like,
offense.
All I know is running backs in Baltimore just had a terrible, terrible history of staying healthy. So that's all I know.
Yeah.
Since Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
We
We
can't
can't hear you.
Dex.
We can't hear you, Dex.
He's so angry and we can't hear
Right.
nothing he's saying.
That's that Cricket. Cricket Wireless.
Oh my gosh. He looked like he was fussing. He looked
Right?
like he was mad.
Like somebody was in timeout the way he put the finger up and everything. You wait 1 minute, young boy.
Dex looked like he was angry. He was cussing somebody out. But like they just I don't, and this is not, I don't wish injury on nobody, but just history has shown us that position in Baltimore is very, very fragile. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the water. I don't know if it's the field. I don't know.
I feel like it's utilization.
Yeah. You tell that the much as they get used,
You
they
okay,
so run heavy. You know what I mean? I think I take a toll on.
Can you hear us, Dex?
No. Dang, hold on.
Is he back?
Do we got his mic
There we go.
muted?
Gotta unmute you. There you go. Oh, you gotta mute. You gotta unmute yourself on the screen. It says you're muted.
Mic check.
Yeah, there you go.
Good.
Okay, what was you mad
sorry.
at? You was busting at something.
I felt like Dane just now. Like I was having Dane technical difficulties.
Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dane.
Shout out to Dane. Oh no, I was just saying. You were talking about Derrick Henry, and I was saying, what can he do different? Like Derrick ain't no threat. Not in his north. Not in his north. The only thing I can see happening that could be different or even lethal is their read options.
Yeah,
that's it. Because now you got two. That's it.
I mean, but I feel it's a disservice. Like we really just can't say Derrick Henry is not. He's not a piece that they can utilize and use extremely well if they do it right. You know, Derrick Henry was doing more on a less than offensive team. So I don't expect Derrick Henry to not look like Derrick Henry with the Ravens. I expect it to look scary. I'm not saying that it's going to help them out passing because they still need receivers, right? Zay Flowers still got to catch the ball. Bateman still got to catch the ball. They can't rely on Mark Andrews, right? But I still think he gives them something in the early onset until teams see what they can do. You know, you still got to prepare for Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans now matched up with the Lamar Jackson in the backfield. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna attempt any passes? You know that Tennessee.
I hope not.
I'm sure he did. At some point,
I hope he do.
What's the over under on Derrick Henry passes this season?
This Tim Tebow play is crazy.
2.5. You got to be plus or minus 2.5.
Cam Hayward gonna pick him off.
I'm gonna go over.
-2.
Go over to 2.5.
I'm going under.
I'm
going under.
I need him to go over. We need some picks. But not for real though. As far as Derrick Henry go, name a time or game where he dominated an AFC North team.
Yeah. I'm not worried about him.
But that's the thing, though.
That's what
Like
I'm
when we
saying.
talk, but let's be real though, right? With Derrick Henry in Tennessee, you tell me outside of B Hop getting there, right? You tell me what other pieces offensively did they really have that they didn't just have to lean on Derrick. Derrick has been their bell cow every single season.
Yeah.
And that's because they really didn't have any other pieces on the outside to give him a relief. So he had to be that guy.
AJ Brown.
He
They
was
had
the focal
these
point.
were-
He was the
They
focal
had
point.
the tight end.
These was family dollar names. Like, what did they do?
None of them was enough to shift the defense focus away from Derrick Henry.
Never.
All right, well, look, check this out, right? Check this out. You see how the Pittsburgh, I can only talk about Pittsburgh. You see how the Pittsburgh Steelers handle Lamar on a yearly basis?
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
One win.
I don't think
heavy emphasis on the second half of the game.
I don't think adding Derrick Henry is going to scare Mike Thomas because it's not like, oh, we got to worry about Derrick Henry and Lamar. He already know how to beat Lamar. He know how to beat Derrick Henry.
There's
like,
no fear
okay, I already bet.
Yeah,
unless Derrick Henry was like, let me help you out with TJ Watt and block TJ Watt for you, I'm not worried. So if they lose it, if they using Derrick Henry solely to block TJ Watt, maybe I'm a little bit concerned. But other than that, like I'm really not concerned on him running on us. And the thing is, like, we've gotten ran over. We've gotten ran over by less. Like we've gotten ran over by dudes. Like the other Ravens running backs have had a field day. Like I think I'd be more afraid of J.K. Dobbins. I don't know.
We ain't got to worry about him no more.
I heard he was going to Kansas City.
Yeah,
he was there. He was there, but he left.
They signed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he left.
Gus is going too. Gus
Edwards too.
Gus.
Yeah, Gus Edwards.
Somebody signed him.
They have Mitchell and Derrick Henry. Mitchell's still recovering from.
Do they still got Dalvin Cook on roster?
No, he went to the Jets.
That was a 1-year deal, right? That was like just a season.
What you mean he went to the Jets? He came from the Jets.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. That was just they signed him after that.
Oh, I'm about to say he went back.
Nah, he a free agent.
Block.
I think he's a free agent.
He's out there. So someone could potentially sign him. Let's talk about some of those guys that are still out there. We know Tyler Boyd's still out there. My guy Justin Simmons is still out there.
Yes,
Jamal Adams, Quadri Diggs.
Justin.
You got a lot of safeties out there that's good safeties.
Safety market is crazy.
You got your Davius White.
Did Buda Baker get picked up?
You gonna keep throwing this Tre'Davious White thing.
Buda Baker.
Buda Baker, he's out there.
I know Buda Baker was out there.
I thought he was out there.
No, Buda Baker. Nah.
With Arizona?
Arizona.
Yeah, he's still in Arizona.
I thought he was a free agent.
Nah.
I think last year.
Didn't they just get resigned?
Yeah, I think he just got resigned or something.
Yeah, I think he's a free agent after next year though. After this year.
Okay, I know I heard something towards that.
But Simmons still out there. Did Poyer get a job?
Who?
Poyer from the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, he did. He's with Miami.
He's with Miami.
Okay. Oh, that is right.
He went to the Dolphins.
Yeah, there's some interesting names. Wide receivers. I can only think of Boyd right now, but I know there's some other ones.
Odell Beckham.
Oh yeah, Odell didn't sign with Miami yet. Who else? Mike Thomas hasn't signed with anybody yet.
Michael Thomas.
I am not saying come to Pittsburgh. I'm just putting it out there that he's out there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Besides Tyler Boyd, I don't want no other free agent wide receiver. And if we don't get Tyler Boyd, I'm not really tripping, to be honest.
I wanted T. Higgins, but they would have to trade for him, and I don't think the Bengals want to give him up.
It's gonna cost us too much. It's gonna cost us too much because he's looking to get paid too.
Yeah,
you know.
So. Bills might grab
Eli Rogers.
Did you get picked up?
Eli Rogers.
Shout out to Eli, man. He was begging. He was begging on Twitter.
He should be. I don't know why he's not on a UFL team at a minimum. Shout out. He was begging.
Somebody answer them big.
Reliable slot receiver.
He was a good guy. Oh, Hunter Renfrow is still out there. I don't know. I think the Eli Rogers train has sailed. I think that ship has sailed for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hunter Renfrow in the slot would be sweet. I ain't gonna lie, but
He's still nice.
He jive injury prone a little bit. You know what I mean?
He wasn't in the UFL last year. You know who else was in the UFL last year? Martavius Bryant. But he signed with the I don't know if is he still with the Cowboys?
The Cowboys on the practice squad.
Is he still on their practice squad? Okay, good for him.
Because I know they released him and signed him back.
That's good. Good for him. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was like. I was shocked that Bryce is here. Who am I missing? Oh, I know Pitts had to go. So yeah, there's some interesting guys still out there. And then there's still Mason Cole still out there, y'all. What y'all think about that reunion?
Nah.
He's gonna stay out there.
No.
Look at that.
Who?
Mason Cole.
Big Mace.
He might go to the Giants.
No.
But he's still out there.
Let him stay out there. Stay out there.
He had one bad year, y'all.
That's enough. It was terrible. Don't get me to talk about Mason Cole. You know how I feel about Mason Cole. Don't get me talk about him.
Hey, Kev Weezy know how I feel about Mason Cole.
Call that man Mr. Electric Slide.
Right, how you feel about Mason Cole?
I'm open to it. I'm open.
He usually gets,
especially if they don't draft one.
Pause.
I'm open to it.
He usually gets smashed.
Yo, slide to the left, slide to the right.
I thought they would move him to a backup role, but I guess that price tag was a little too heavy
for the backup role.
Steelers, so they Pat P still trying to come back. I know Dex has a feeling about this. Go ahead, Dex, get out your system.
Coach Pat P. That's the only way he coming back as an assistant defensive back coach. He's too slow. He still got it up here, but the body don't correlate.
Right.
And he don't want no smoke. I saw him duck too many hits, too many tackles he should have made.
He made a lot of business decisions.
Say that again. He made a lot of business decisions.
Okay, I heard him talk about it. He's talking about some, hey, Coach T, if you bring me back, don't start me at safety. I was like, are we bringing you back, bro?
That. So what?
Like, coach at time?
I was like, Does Mike Tomlin tell you something, bro? Because you jive free agent right now. I'm just saying.
So I don't know. Okay, how do y'all feel about Cam Sutton?
Man, he's done for this year.
He shouldn't have ran.
It's a dub. It's a dub. Yeah, he shouldn't have ran.
He should have ran.
Yeah, he definitely should have ran.
I don't know which one is worse. Him or the ball right.
He just didn't turn himself in. He might not have ran.
He on the run. That's how they label it.
That's running.
They portrayed it on the news.
So he turned himself in, and they knocked it down from a felony to a misdemeanor. So that's why I'm bringing this up. So
what was he charged with?
Boxing.
Hold on.
Who boxing?
I don't want to. This is important, and I don't want to mess it up. That's why I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I want to get that clear. Because I just compared him to the bull Rice from Kansas City. And I want to make sure,
Man,
Rice
Rice got to be
former
the dumbest
Detroit Lions cornerback Cam Sutton has been slapped with a misdemeanor domestic battery charge.
Domestic.
Slap. You saw how they put that in there? Slap. He shot me
boxing. So I told you he's boxing.
I think yeah.
So
he might be signed in the middle of the year. One of them type things. When people forget. They probably forgot already because not Henry Ruggs. The Rice kid in Kansas City, he's taking all that negative type news right now. So it might be some hope for him.
Now that's somebody who ran.
He's stupid.
He literally ran.
Literally.
There was an explanation of someone running that, or that's the example of running.
They got him on video.
Necessarily Cam Sutton.
They got him on
video. He's taking a lot of heat for that. So that, to me, that puts Kansas City in a running for a wide receiver because that's a felony.
He'll get suspended, I'd say.
Yeah, they was already talking about
might get suspended for a year.
6-game suspension.
6.
That's what I read. I don't know if that's true though. Y'all know people just be saying anything, but
I think it's a minimum of 3. It's like nothing. Like it has to be 6. Sounds on the low end, but 3. You know, if he could get 6 and like all 3 forgiven or whatever it's called, but 3 is it got to be at least 3.
Didn't Jordan Addison do it and like nothing happened to him?
Jordan Addison did what? What are you doing?
Jordan Addison did that?
I think he got caught speeding. I can't remember if it was last.
Well, you got to stay at it. So speeding is one thing, like causing an accident, people getting hurt, and then you leaving the scene of what is now a crime. Like that's a felony. That's a big deal. And I know
everyone saw it. Everyone sees it. It's pictures, videos.
The guy was on camera was like, "Sir, so you just gonna leave?"
Yeah.
And people, and here's okay. I want to address this part. Let me address this part. People were like mad because people were like, "Oh, I bet they stole them." Hello, if I see 2 expensive cars get in a crash and people walk out of the car and walk the direction, I'm gonna think they're stolen too. I don't care what you look like. Like you just crash. Like VIN numbers are real. Like they exist. They attach the owner to the car. Like you can't get away with the car that you own or don't own getting in a crash and being there on the scene and on camera and say, was it you? Like we got you on tape and you in the same clothes that you was in at this event earlier with people taking pictures with you. So it's you or someone pretending to be you. But like the numbers are real. So you're not gonna get away with it if it's truly you in that vehicle. So but also people being mad at people saying that they probably stole them. Like, what the heck would you think? I would think the same thing. I don't know. I would think they stole them because it don't make sense to me that you would walk away from a scene like that if you didn't steal a car.
That was crazy.
Because they gonna track you down.
They walking like ain't nothing happened and everything. Like just stepped off.
So I just hope that they get that rectified. I know that was probably a decision of panic, and sometimes we don't know what we would do. But I don't think I would do that. I'm gonna be 100%. I don't think I would panic, but I don't think running away would be my answer. Just because I have so much to lose. Like I just got to sit up here
with no plan. He was running with no plan. He ran with no plan.
Yeah, it was panic. It was serious panic.
He couldn't.
He was covering his head like this. That's no plan. You caught.
So,
is Henry Ruggs? What is he doing?
Oh,
he's in jail, unfortunately.
Man.
He need a roommate, man, because this dude buggy out here, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, he lost his life in the Ruggs situation too. Yeah. All right, let's get back to some actual football conversation. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills here, and then we'll get into the tight end that the Pittsburgh Steelers signed earlier this evening. Because nobody knows about Pruitt, but we'll talk about him later. So Stephon Diggs gets traded to the Houston Texans. We already talked about this. And we already talked about how their wide receiver room is stacked. And the Houston Texans get Diggs a 5th round and a 6th round. So
Big Collins getting traded.
And then 2025, they get a 6 in 2025, whatever, one of the two. So you get a stud wide receiver in Diggs, and you still get 2 draft picks, one for this year, one for that year, and then the Bills get a 2nd and
for next year.
Like that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all. They lost the straight. And the reason why they lost the straight, it has everything to do with the amount of money that they already paid him when he was on that roster, came May, whatever, 13th or whatever the date was. So they already had to pay him. I think it was like double digits, maybe it's like 12 million or something like that. We were talking about this morning on Sports and Coffee. They already had to pay him that. and then they couldn't have him on the roster past June, and all you could get was a second rounder, and you had to give up two additional.
Everybody knew he wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody played hardball.
That a long time ago, baby.
It was
at this point, they should have did it last year before his numbers looked the way that they did in his last 8 games.
But they keep saying that though. But I'm like, what was his numbers going to be? Like he got double teamed the whole game.
Yeah.
Gabriel Davis wasn't there. Like it was, and they were still doing their thing. But
it's
now,
values.
It's Josh Allen, man. When you got a quarterback like Josh Allen that's very talented, you're not going to be able to accept all the BS he be doing on that field. It's going to be hard to accept that, especially when you like top flight, you the top one, like the top player on your offense, basically. You got to rely on this dude that takes chances after chance after chance after chance. You don't want to get out of there too.
He definitely a gunslinger. He take them chances.
He ain't Big Ben with it, but he's slinging. Pause.
He reminds me of Ben a little bit.
Yeah, he do. He reminds me a lot of Ben. He do. He remind me of younger Ben. Ben used to take a lot of chances.
Yeah, he did.
But
yeah, and I do think I thought that the second round pick was going to be for this year, so they would have 2. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. They can do a lot with that extra second round, but the second round is for next year, so that stinks. Because I mean, they can still do some finessing this draft and move and get up. And we already had a conversation about it being a wide receiver heavy. How many wide receivers you think they're gonna draft? New guys. And Tyler Boyd's still out there, so they could go after him. But obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers couldn't give him the money that he wanted, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at not picking up Tyler Boyd.
Nah, we can just draft one. Like I couldn't get mad about that. We can draft a receiver. We don't need to go the free agency route.
Go ahead, Bryce.
I got a hard time believing that they're going to go into the season with George Pickens, Van Jefferson, and Quez Watkins.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Calvin Austin. No shade. No shade. It just seems like it seems lukewarm, and I'm not trying to disrespect any of those guys. That's not how I play this game, but it just seems lukewarm.
Oh, it's lukewarm.
Yeah,
it's definitely lukewarm.
And I don't know. That part scares me.
Deontay leaving left a hole. To be honest, Deontay leaving left a hole. They're going to draft a receiver. I just don't think it's going to be in the first round because we got to deal with the center position, or if they decide to go tackle, I think O-line going to be the first pick regardless.
But again, guys, these are weapons that we don't use enough. A Pat Freiermuth. I would love to see Darnell Washington catching passes, like just with his stature and height and all that good stuff. And of course, we just picked up a new tight end, Pruitt, out of Atlanta. He plays for Falcons.
Yeah, a bunch of mid tight ends. Mid.
Wait, a bunch of mid. So you think Pat Freiermuth's mid?
No. I'm just saying, you're bringing all these mid players from Atlanta.
What up?
Finally. What's up, yo?
What's up, Batman?
I'm in the shadows. What's up with you?
Yeah.
How y'all feeling?
Oh,
great. We are great tonight. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah,
how many tight ends do we usually hold on the roster?
3.
So last year we had Pat, Connor, Darnell, and then Rod was on practice squad. Hot Rod.
You talking about active? You talking about active roster?
3.
Yeah.
3.
I don't think Connor going to let anybody beat him on his spot.
And then Connor's special teams too, so you got to take that into account.
Yeah. Connor got 3 rooms to be in. He in the fullback room by himself, tight end room.
We have a fullback now.
He's the only one we use. He's the fullback in like passing situations.
H
He's
back like an
he's the
H back,
roster
Goal line
spot.
situations.
Fullback.
like what they
Word.
call it, H back.
Yeah, H back.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did move Rodney up at one point.
Oh yeah, he got in that that touchdown with Najee when all the tight ends was
And then Freiermuth was out for some period. Was it a hamstring or something?
Yeah,
So,
like 4 weeks. He's going for like 4 weeks.
So
4 weeks.
Ronnie got moved up from practice squad.
But he about gone, right? Then they just signed a new tight end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So I mean,
So, right.
they'll be loaded at camp and they'll have to dwindle it down. What is it, 90 men? That get to come to camp. So
yeah, I think we sitting at 74 right now.
Didn't they up it this year?
The roster space.
Yeah, I thought they upped it.
I think they upped the active roster space.
Active?
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But
I don't know.
let's just
But
say
they
90
ain't looking good.
guys
They ain't looking good for our mind.
Somebody got an echo. Who is it? Is that Kev? It might be Kev. So they're talking about Patterson using 84 in the comments. I don't have a problem with it. Make 84 great again. Like if we're good, like can we just make the number 84 great again? Patterson
who made it? It's not great.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Like let's make the number 84 great again.
AB said he wanted 84 retired, man.
Yo, funny as it sound, I agree.
He said he was going to retire.
Can't be there, yo.
No, I think the only numbers that can be retired at this point, of course, is 7 and 43. 43 and 7. That's it.
What about 86?
No.
No?
86.
Oh, hold on. I mean,
Hines Ward.
Respectfully,
No.
I can't disagree. That's my favorite player of all time, but I can't disagree.
Right?
Yeah, Hines Ward.
Hold on. Hines Ward, your favorite player, or your favorite?
My favorite football
okay.
player. My favorite football player of all time. Not even my favorite
real?
Steeler. My favorite football player of all time.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't really care for 12.
You said what? What you say, D?
I said I ain't gonna hold you. I don't really care for 12, and that's just because I didn't live in that era, so that's all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah,
Hines Ward broke linebackers' jaws. Pause.
Straight up.
Man, my guy's 2'6" forever.
Le'Veon Bell?
Nah.
Rod Woodson?
Yes, sir.
No, 86 is not one of them things I think will get retired ever. They can't even get the man in the Hall of Fame. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I believe he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, my guy is number 36 himself.
Sorry, I had to mute you, Kev. It was a feedback.
The reason why I became a Steelers fan.
Who?
Mr. 36.
Oh, better.
The bus.
No, I'm open to that. I'm open to that conversation.
Yeah, that could be done.
Yeah.
Jerome could be done. That 36, yeah.
How many years was he in Pittsburgh?
10.
10.
I'm about to say I know it's on the latter part of like going toward 10.
Yeah.
I know he came in like I think he came in like the early 90s.
Yeah,
and then
like
the first year that he got drafted, I think he got traded, right?
They say Justin Fields. Oh,
he was
two
with
in
the Rams. He's with the Rams like 2 or 3 years. And
2
then
years
they
with the
traded him to
Rams.
Pittsburgh.
Okay, 2 years. 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we finish up with the Cam Sutton? Because I told you got judged onto a misdemeanor. Would you
Dang,
No.
I feel bad for my man. They was looking for you and all that.
No.
That's crazy.
I'm on the run, G.
He told himself that he's not on the run anymore.
That's crazy, yeah. I'm glad he turned this off now.
I was like, is this for real? When it hit when somebody sent, I was like, is this fake? Is this a joke?
I thought it was fake too. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was fake.
Speaking of things I thought was a joke, man, Vontae Davis. Oh my goodness. I immediately I was like, this is not real. So I just want to send love to the Davis family, Vernon, their grandmother, just the whole Davis family. Anybody that had a relationship with Vontae Davis, that is so tragic.
Hey, what? He died?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they found him in a sauna.
Yeah, they
Dang.
found him some I heard out like on the floor of his like home gym, so that makes sense if he was in or just getting out of the sauna or something like that. I did read somewhere, but I haven't verified if it's true. Maybe maybe something said Vernon said that they think
Vernon
he
said it.
had
Vernon
some type
said
of
complications from a sauna or something like that.
Yeah.
I say it's either asphyxiation or a heart attack or something.
Dang. It's so sad. He was only 35 years old. Like he wasn't old.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sad, man. What else we got going on with our Pittsburgh? Oh, let's get into these. Okay, let's talk about the quarterback room for a second because they got an addition since the last time we talked.
Allen?
Mm-hmm.
Not Kyle Allen.
Yeah, bro.
Not 14 to 5 years.
What'd you say, Ken?
That's crazy.
I said the real number 3.
Well, there's no debate on there. He is not. He is not in the runnings. With Tyrus said you are no longer in the runnings. Please take your belongings and immediately exit the house. You are not in the running for quarterback number 1 on this team.
Not even number 2.
Might be 4. He might be behind Kenny.
Who?
Kenny who?
Who? We're not speaking of that name. We don't know who that is. Remember,
Kenny who
that is?
I don't know who Kyle is.
To be honest, I don't even know who I would take over him or Mitch if we still had Mitch.
Oh my God.
And D, you know how I felt about Mitch.
We should have freaking got.
Mitch is not allowed to play football no more. Right? I know he got signed and all that, but he's not allowed to play. He's not gonna play no more.
We should have gotten what's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about from the Ravens.
Ravens?
Tyler Huntley.
Yes. I'm like, I keep calling him Snoop. We should have got him
told
for
you.
the Browns.
Where he
That's
go?
what I wanted. That's why I wanted to run.
I thought
That's what I wanted.
If you go back, if you go back and look at the previous Steelers chats, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted the whole run to look like: Russ, Fields, Huntley.
Yeah, and that's when once they
tough.
once they moved on from 8, I was like, oh, call Tyler Huntley. Like that was Justin Fields is I didn't tweeted that a whole 24 hours ago before they got rid of 8. That's fine. He was cheap. But go get Tyler Huntley. And I thought they would do that. And they didn't do that. So,
I don't even know if Allen gonna be on the roster, bro. Like
word.
I'm just being honest. To keep it
keep
it a stack. I don't know if Allen gonna be on the roster when this joint
Do we have a connection with Arthur Smith?
Huh?
Do we have a connection with Arthur Smith?
Or any of Arthur Smith's coaches?
I haven't. I don't remember him being. I don't remember him being in Tennessee.
Oh, he got some headphones. Look at him. Look at Spiffy. Spiffy with his
only thing that's going to benefit you is he a veteran for real. Like, unless we go and draft a quarterback, that's the only advantage he gonna have is the fact that he been in the league. But like I said, you 14s, 5 years, that still don't look good on your resume.
Do you think the Michael Penix Jr. Attention the Steelers are getting are like just like a, oh, look over here, come over here and drop this guy because we're interested? You think it's just like a ploy? Do you think they're giving them the Malik Willis vibe? Like, let's pay attention to him so other teams will try to scoop him up and we can get what we really want at 20.
Yeah, Pittsburgh do a lot of smoke screening. They do a ton of smoke screening around the draft. And then all of a sudden, they start kind of making it plain who they really want. Like it all started like the Broderick Jones thing kind of got real clear as the draft got closer. You know what I mean? But I hope they go center. I really do. I really do hope they go center.
Man,
we need to get a center back.
Yeah, I'm like, but if we hadn't made the moves that we made, I would be open to Penix. Like I would. Now I'm like, okay, I don't want to waste this man's talent or years, and I don't want him to. I don't want there to be more controversy of how many years you sit behind a Justin Fields or whomever. So for me, drafting a guy that could go probably play a lot sooner than if he would come into Pittsburgh, it don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. So knowing that you have such a young guy in Justin Fields. So I think it's embarrassed, but I think also Coach Tomlin probably still want to talk to the kid. Because look, I ain't gonna be able to talk to you no other time. This is my time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was gonna say that. My fault. Go ahead, D. My bad.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, I was gonna say, and then structurally, like I just don't think that that's beneficial for the team right now. I mean, you just got 2 brand new quarterbacks. You just got a brand new OC, 3 brand new quarterbacks. You got a whole new OC, and people trying to, you know what I'm saying, get used to each other. Like we don't really have time or the coordination really or the rhythm to try to like coach a rookie right now. To, you know what I'm saying, not only get him acclimated to the league, but then get him acclimated to the system too. Especially if he's not that system type quarterback, you know.
I hear you.
That's just a lot.
Taking Shador Sanders next year if it don't work out. Shador is not going to be available for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't.
Hey, Deion ain't wanted him to come here anyway.
Are you talking about this whole cold weather thing? I think he said that for Sean Payton. I truly think he said.
Yeah, that was a shot.
That was a Sean Payton shot.
Yeah. Because believe me, if Shador could come to Pittsburgh,
not playing for the Denver Broncos and Sean Payton.
Yeah, if he could get Shador with Mike Tomlin, he'd be geeking. Believe that.
He's like, I'll give you Shiloh, but not Shador.
Give me Travis Hunter on defense.
Yeah. Give me Travis.
What's up, Ollie?
Yeah, I take Trav all day.
What else we got? So we talked about the quarterback. We talked about the wide receiver room. We talked about the new running back addition. We talked about the tight ends a little bit here, and the Steelers kind of just been a little quiet. I mean, of course, they made a move today, but not too much is going on. What's up, Dex?
You saw me raise my hand like I was in school, right?
Yeah. I was like, wait, what's going on here?
Let's talk about how the greatest defensive lineman to play this game in our era literally spoke up for T.J. Watt.
Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald. Yeah.
They got snubbed. Yeah.
That was dope.
I was for years.
I was on a pod. Shout out to the Barbershop show. I was on there. I think I was on there last week, and this came up. And I feel like I was having a conversation with y'all, but it was with them. And we talked about it and DPOY and all that. And I was just, it's really like Mike Tomlin. It's really on that level of the standard. They have set the bar so high that if you continuously give them this award, even though Mike Tomlin hasn't won the award, but of Coach of the Year, but if you continue to give TJ Watt Defensive Player of the Year, it's boring. It's boring, and it's like you set this bar so high, so of course you're supposed to have 20 plus sacks a season. That's your standard. Why are we awarding you for being at your standard every single year? Like, you're just here. So for me, that's how I see it. And it's like, yeah, we'll give you one, even though he should have won it on more than one occasion. But he just sets the bar so high. I feel like it's going to be hard unless people make a big fuss.
But why? But why would
they got their golden boy? TJ's not one of their golden boys, but he's gonna always get effed over.
I mean, your coach isn't a golden boy either, because he ain't won it, and he ain't never had it.
That's what I was about to say.
Everybody and their mama know Mike Tomlin not a golden boy.
They not. He always get looked over.
Look, the Rooney rule is haunting the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It probably is.
For real.
It probably is. Shoot, Aaron Donald got it with like 3 times. Didn't Aaron Donald get it like 3 times?
He got 3 deep boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so TJ, did his brother get it 3 times?
Yeah.
So TJ, come on, man. They just doing my man dirty, man. That's all it is.
They didn't expect TJ Watt to do better than his brother.
They know they are. Yeah, that's the wild part. They know they are.
I just
They didn't know
appreciate
TJ was
showing
gonna be
up.
better than his brother, man. They don't like
Man,
that.
the play, y'all know the player said that he should win it, right? That TJ Watt should win it.
I wonder how many of the media people went towards Myles Garrett.
I heard some media people say Myles Garrett. None of them had nothing to back it up with.
Doesn't make sense.
It's always Myles Garrett or Micah Parsons.
Yeah, always in front of TJ. I'd be like, how? And it's not that they're not good. They're not great players. They're great players too. But bro, come on, let's be real.
Yeah, it's the things that he does and the time that he does them, and that 7 interception stat.
It's crazy.
It's crazy at his position.
It's insane. Like it is freaking insane, and I can't wait for him to get in the Hall of Fame. Like there's no question about it. He's first ballot Hall of Famer. Even if this man doesn't somehow get a ring, but I want him to get a ring, he will get a ring. Okay. Like this stat line is ridiculous, and whatever. As long as he can win a championship, forget all that DPOY crap. We want Lombardis. Okay, we need to add Lombardi number 7 because I don't know about Kansas City. Do y'all care about Hollywood Brown being in Kansas City? Is this not rubbing me like?
Nah.
It's not doing anything.
I thought he was washed up.
I meant to ask y'all. Maybe I missed it. Did we talk about what's going on with this receiver position? Like why it's dried up? Like what's going on with it?
What you mean? Well, I mean, elaborate a little bit more. What you mean by
this is why?
Come on, man. It's not the money. Can't be stingy, man.
Free agent. Free agent wise.
We done had plenty of conversations about receivers that's out there that's probably not going to break the bank. Like I said, you got people like out there, Michael Thomas looking for a job. I'm pretty sure, somebody looking for him. Ain't like blowing his line up. I know Dax don't like y'all.
Look, everybody's head went a different direction. Bryce went this way, he went that way. Everybody's head went a different direction when you said Michael Thomas. I just want you to know that. Like everybody was.
I get it. I'm just saying there's plenty of options. I say that just because. He was a name for a while, but I get the injury history. I get, you know what I'm saying. But he might not be a certain type of fit. But I'm just saying, somebody like you go out here signing Quiz Watkins.
Tyler Boyd didn't like the money they offered him, and I'm not.
What they offer?
Like 10 million,
10 million or something like that.
So I knew it.
Like a 2-year, $10 million deal.
I knew they were going to
2-year max, but I wouldn't even be surprised if it was 1. But 10 million for 2 years, I think that's some Steeler stuff.
So why can't we just trade some picks, yo? We saying Buffalo just get a second round for stuff on.
At the war show, she had
I'm talking about for next year. We ain't got to trade this year. Trade next year.
You talking about for Stephon Diggs?
Huh?
You talking about like they did for Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, for next, like trade your picks for next year for 2025. Like
he got a point. He got a point.
Pittsburgh works through the draft. You know what I
mean? Yeah, but our team is so young right now. We are going through the draft. Is not.
You know the problem is though.
But it's easier to build defensive players than it is offensive players. Like,
the problem is though. You know what the problem is though, bro? It's the fact that he's making all that money. He making 22. Like right now, he making $22.5 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can draft a guy who we good at drafting receivers. Draft a receiver who can come in and start right away, and you paying him on his rookie deal. You know what I mean?
I'm not paying Tyler Boyd none of money.
No.
But the thing, so even if we heard Brandon Ayuk go on Shannon Sharp and what's his name, Ocho Cinco's show, and Ocho's talking about, you worth like 30 something million a year. I say he ain't getting that in Pittsburgh.
Man, Ocho said that to everybody.
Not happening in the state of Pennsylvania with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's dead.
Yeah, you're not getting that.
You could tweet Coach Tomlin all you want. You could give him your baby picture and him holding you. Absolutely not. It's not happening. It's not happening in Pittsburgh. And if it did happen, rest in peace to Mr. Rooney because he is no longer here.
I ain't gonna hold you. He do look smooth like Coach Tomlin though. I'm not gonna lie. But
sorry, they are. Somebody died if they paid that man $30-something million a year.
I heard they was talking to Michael Gallup, or they wanted to bring in Michael Gallup.
Who want to bring in Michael Gallup? Us?
Yeah, I heard he was
been signed.
Who's that? Who said something? Jerry Dulac was talking about Michael Gallup. Was supposed to be they were supposed to be looking at that.
I'm about tired of these old people in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. I don't supposed to talk like that, but we just need some better media representation.
But you preaching though. You preaching though.
I typically don't say stuff like this out loud, but we really just need a little bit,
I agree.
Sorry, they probably. I'm not supposed to say that, but
we all gonna go up to the stadium and stand outside and picket and protest.
Hey, D, we need to go ahead and make your move.
I co-sign that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
we just need a little bit of refreshment.
For sure.
With media and the people that are kind of the face for a lot of other outlets, because let me tell you something, it ain't looking pretty.
I'm gonna tell you on Twitter, some of the stuff I be seeing, I be like, yo, what are y'all talking about, man? Like
we gotta figure this out. We gotta get together as a family and look at my man Ken. It's like we all feel this way, and it's almost like they're royalty. Like nothing's going to happen to them. Like they're going to be here till the end of time. And I'm just like, when is enough enough? When is enough going to be enough? I don't want the man to die for them to move on to him. Like, can we just move on? Jeez.
Apparently not. They ain't trying to let him go. I'm in the mindset. Why is Mark Madden opinion mean anything to anybody?
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who that is?
I've heard the name, but I don't.
Y'all know who that is?
Follow him. Sorry to that man.
He part of what? Player personnel or something? Like what do you do?
No, he's a nobody that lives in Pittsburgh. He looked like Rex Ryan brother. Remember how Rex Ryan brother used to look with he looked just like Rex Ryan brother, and he just goes off on Pittsburgh on the Steelers all the time. And they always blow his post up. I'd be like, why?
Yeah, we gotta start a petition or something, man. We need some fresh air in Pittsburgh. We just need some new energy. Some, just give me something different. Shake it up. Like, give me the crumbs at the bottom of the bag. They got the most flavor, especially if they salt and vinegar chips. Them ones at the bottom of the bag be fine. We need to bring the bottom of the bag chips to the top at this point.
Not the salt and vinegar over.
I'm tired. Potential.
We gotta win now though. Like we gotta win. Sure. Like so that's what I'm saying. Like I love the initial moves at quarterback. I love the initial moves as far as the getting the toxic people out of there, getting Deontay out of there since he felt like he was a prisoner and he wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? He made moves. Appreciate
He never said that, man.
He never said that.
Okay.
He never said that.
Okay. All right. Well, I stand corrected.
And I think Mike Tomlin made it known that he didn't ask for a trade.
Yeah, that was the media. That's what I'm.
That was the media. The media stirred all that up, and that's what I'm saying, y'all. We gotta take a stand. They stirred all that up with Deontay, and they owe that man an apology because they made people, feel some type of way.
As some part of the media right now, I apologize, Deontay. I didn't mean to get you. You know what I'm saying? Get your information mixed up. But with that being said, I think they did a good job of mixing it up, getting people out of there, starting to be aggressive, yo. Like as a Steelers fan, I've been watching the Steelers since I was like 1989. Like I was a baby for real. With that being said, I ain't never seen them be this aggressive in off season, yo. So saying this is like, all right, come on, keep going. Let's go. Let's get this. Let's get that going. So that way you can have the draft as something to where though you just plugging in for growth. instead of relying on the draft. You relying for somebody to come out. Only thing that I can say today, I think that they should rely on right now is offensive line, just because they need it. So you need a guard, you need a center, and I'm not sure they want me to bring Mason Cole back, but they gonna have to.
I did ask that question. Look at that. Because he's not with it. He's not with it.
I know you don't like Mason Cole, yo. I know you don't, yo.
Hey, yo, Jay.
Hey, look, I'm not advocating.
I'm not advocating with Russell Wilson immediately. Like immediately work with Russell Wilson. I need my center in the trenches with my QB1. Apparently, Russ has been working out with Van Jefferson, Pat Freiermuth. Who else?
Nate Herbig.
I wanted them to go get that boy Cushenberry. As soon as we got Russ, I said, go get his center.
I wanted him too.
Go get his center. Why would you not go get him? That's automatic. That'd be automatic chemistry.
The worst
I'm gonna tell you something though.
Is Deontay Johnson. The next worst thing is them not really being proactive at the center position, because it's like, okay, we're gonna draft, but where are you drafting at, and who are you looking at? Because I don't think this JPJ kid is gonna be there.
He's gonna be there.
He's gonna be there. You know why?
He's gonna be there. But
a lot of teams that need quarterbacks.
We need this. For me, you build through the draft. We already got a young team. Continue to build young and build a young team. We already a lot of the old tier is gone. The only person who's still there left for real is Cam. Like, he basically the only one.
I feel like Cam has definitely. I think we'll be in good hands on the defensive side, because if you keep TJ for however much longer, you have a Minkah Fitzpatrick there that helps with that. You have Alex Highsmith, who I feel is taking some of that in. I feel like the defense is able to kind of like gel and kind of instill some of that stuff in there.
I think the defense gonna be straight. I'm not even worried about the defense.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about the defense.
I'm not even worried about the defense.
As long as they can stay healthy. The health is the predominant thing with the defense. I just need them to stay healthy. And I don't know if you guys saw the clip of Cam where they were like, oh, talking about Russell Wilson. And he's like, yeah. And he said all the things that I have been saying. Like, he gives you leadership. He's done the things that they don't have. Like, and I'm like, people listen when Cam say it. Well, I say it, they're just like, girl, you know what I'm talking about? Go make a sandwich.
I think we're.
Well, it's been said, but I think people try to, like, when they go at Russ, they try to talk about, how he got benched, how he, got into it with the dude in the locker room, how his teammates be kind of like talking down on him or talking bad about him, as far as like saying he's not a good teammate. So that's where a lot of people that I've noticed try to come at when they talk about Russ. And I'm like, yo, you worried about that, and I'm worried about a leader. Yeah, I'm worried about a leader, somebody that's gonna come in and shake the room. Because obviously we ain't had that, and that's why we ain't progress as far as we had.
The only worry I had with Russ, because I wasn't worried about his play. I know he can play. I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about how he was going to engage in the locker room. That was it. But he hit me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was the only thing I was worried about. I wasn't worried about his play on the field or none of that other jazz. Like, people talking about him like he had a bad year last year. I was like, did y'all watch him last year? Like,
no, they didn't. They didn't. They'll tell you they watched, and they probably watched when they got crushed by the Miami Dolphins or something like that. But that's the only
His stats were better than every QB in the division. And I had to shut a couple people up about that.
I saw 26 touchdowns, and I saw that the Pittsburgh Steelers had 13 in the whole season in the QB room. I'm sold. You had 26 touchdowns. Come on over here, boy.
And then you drop Justin Fields into that.
Man.
Yeah.
And red zone touchdowns at that. Good God, because God knows we can't throw the ball in the red zone in the end zone. Did you have something you wanted to say, Bryce? I know we get a little heated and loud.
It's all right. I just feel like Russ, he got put in a really bad situation. Like, the first coach he had got fired.
Yeah.
Yep.
The second coach he had didn't want him. So now he gets to go play for Mike Tomlin.
Yo, Sean Payton on the clock too,
That's
man.
absolute truth. That's
why I was
absolute
quiet.
truth.
Donald, you speaking facts. I'm speaking facts, Donald.
I never question Russ's leadership. This man, if anything he could do is lead. You understand? He gets his team together at that Shangri-La of a house with the field in the background. Yo, what? We ain't got to worry about the leadership. We ain't got to worry about the play. It was the coaches. And Russ just got to, I ain't gonna lie. When he get with Mike Tomlin, hopefully some of that Mike Tomlin backbone kind of rub off on him. Make it get him a little gutter. You know what I mean? Russ,
You say he need a little fortitude, yeah?
Yeah.
He has a bad name in the press for no reason.
You know what though? Like, all right, so when he was in Seattle, I think his mojo just ran out in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? I think the message just got tired on everybody, and it was time
he
for them
needs a good defense. The Legion of Boom fell apart. Like it became the Legion of like
I
it
mean,
just
but it was time for it to fall
Chandler,
apart.
What was his name? Cam Chandler. Cam Chancellor. Once he was gone, the boom was a bust. Like it wasn't a thing.
It wasn't. Once Cam left, it was different. It was different once he left. But see, when he go to Denver, that's when the bad narratives and stuff start coming up. When he goes to Denver, and I
feel like his own locker room.
Yeah, like my man said, he was in a bad situation. He was just a bad situation all the way around in Denver.
But said that wasn't even true. He didn't have his own office.
I feel like his first year, the Broncos originally wanted Aaron Rodgers based off of who they hired.
Yep.
And when that fell apart and they got Russ,
they settled for Russ.
This man pays attention.
They settled for Russ. And then it just bottomed out. It just bottomed out because Lord knows what's name didn't want him. He didn't want him in Denver at all.
No.
Anytime you take a $85 million dead money hit just to get rid of somebody,
I want him out.
Like, bro,
like that is interesting. The loyalty that they have to Mr. Sean Payton.
Yeah, you ain't gotta call him Mr. Sean Payton. He's a bum. He gonna get exposed this year. We gonna see what. Like, keep it real, y'all. We all being nice and all that. Keep it real.
I'm not.
What has Sean Payton done to be held to this standard? Like,
he won one Super Bowl. He won one Super Bowl. Was 2009? That was in 2009.
No, that was 20.
He went
2011. 2011, I think.
It like 2011. Like this. It's been over 10 years.
He went 7-9.
He quit, came back, and he's on a bum team. Like, I don't care what happened.
Y'all, after he put his team in cap, like, I don't want to say the word, but he just put himself in bankruptcy almost, cap bankruptcy. He just dips out.
Bum.
And it's like, see y'all. Oh, Taysom Hill, let me get you a good deal on the way out, Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
and dips
gave him all that money for nothing,
and goes into hiding, and then comes back 2 years later, and then goes to destroy another franchise.
And
they always try to compare him to Mike Tomlin, man.
He started talking like he was Bill Belichick.
We call him Sean Payton, Sean Bedbug Payton. Going to go destroy.
I don't even want to say his name, but hey, call him Hey, you fired. Hey.
Sean Bedbug Payton.
You lost.
Not the bedbugs.
Yeah, bro. You just go in there, destroy a house, and go to the next house. I ain't gonna call him.
That's hard to get rid of bedbugs too.
Exactly.
What that man do is chew gum on the sideline.
I'll be Danny Smith. He's a bum.
That's a Pittsburgh. Them lantern flies in Pittsburgh are for real.
The Steelers go to Denver this year. That'll be
Oh yeah.
Who's going to Denver?
You think that's gonna be week one?
Who's pulling up?
I think
so. Do you think that's gonna be week one game?
If it's week one on Monday Night Football, I think that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That is must-see TV though, for real.
That would be
must-see TV. He gonna try to leash the dogs on what's his name, Russ. Sean Payton, whatever you do, get him. I want to see him on the ground. That's what you're gonna say to them boys.
Yo, let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
What are y'all predictions? Because like a little earlier, y'all talking about the receiver room being dry and all that. But what if it's because the offense is gonna be tight end and run heavy, and George Pickens gonna get it like 170 something. So we're not gonna get nobody else. All them other guys that's in that room, they're gonna do what they're asked to do. Or we might get somebody like later. You feel me? But I just think. But my real question is, what do y'all think of? I mean, what's going to happen with Darnell Washington year 2? You think he's going to get touchdown? Like, what do you think about his position?
I pray that he does. I pray that he does, and I'll keep this short. I pray he does. I know he's with them being run heavy. I know he's going to be used as that extra lineman. I get it, but I pray that they use him, his height and his size. No, he's not the fastest, but like just him being able to mismatch him with his height. I would love to see that. I wanted to see it last year, and I hope I see it this year. And I'm done. Somebody else.
He's not the fastest, but he's fast.
No. Yeah, Look, the mismatch on his size alone, like him standing next to Pat Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth looks like he's 5'6". So like he's just so massive. Like, why are you not taking advantage of that on these corners on a Marlon Humphrey?
I'm predicting Darnell Washington at 10 red zone.
Marlon caught a shot for no reason. Go ahead, Dex.
10 touchdowns in the red zone. I like that. Talk nice. Talk nice. I'll settle for 8, but you know what I mean. 10 is crazy.
I'm about to say I won't be so generous as 10, but I think I'll take the over on 5. I'll take the over on 5.
You think he's gonna get 5 tutties this year?
I'll take the over on 5.
Red zone.
Yeah, red zone.
I love that, and like with Russ's arm,
because that's the system. It's a rollout play action system.
Put that man back here in something like this, like
that's all you gotta do.
You're gonna literally be like doing this.
Hey,
son. I got this.
We gonna run the play action. We gonna run the play action. Don't know. All you gotta do is chip 2 people and go stand in the back.
It's gonna be like, what's his name? It's gonna be like Joker from the Nuggets. Like, you can't stop that. Like, how do you stop that? Just put it up high where he can't get it.
Put it in the sky. Put it in the sky.
Put it up here, nobody can get it.
Yeah.
That's what they need to run Joker. That's what they should call the play. We're gonna run Joker. Let's go.
That's fire.
Where this whole Dwight Howard now on the other team.
Darnell, you go up there. And nobody else gonna be able to get this ball. Look, I just gave y'all the playbook. Arthur, you're welcome. I made a check. We running Joker. Let's go. Blue. How they say blue? How they?
Blue 80.
Check Joker.
Right. What do they do when they clear the call, whatever it was? What they say?
Alert.
And they change the play. Yeah, when they change the play?
I think it's kill.
Check.
Kill. Yeah, they're like kill. And then they say whatever. Like kill, Joker. Like, oh yeah. All 3 of y'all go over there and try to stop him from jumping up. And give me a PI. Give me a PI while you at it.
Take it.
It can be that simple, I promise you. It can just be that simple.
Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all for joining me on this late night episode of the Steelers Chat. I almost said sports and coffee, y'all. Sheesh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. It's running all together.
Yes. And they welcome Marcus, welcome, and Jordan. I haven't seen you on here, but welcome, and thank you again, Bryce, for joining us. Everybody coming in, J Rock, I'm trying to say Dex and Kev at the same time, but Dex and Kev and Pitts joined us earlier. Mitch joined us earlier. I just want to thank y'all. So if you guys want to go around and tell everybody where to follow me, I'm gonna put the names back up. I took the names off because it just looks so much better when we
I agree. It was slick though. That was a slick little move.
There we go. Everybody can see your own names and but go ahead, Bryce. Tell people where they can follow you, man. By the way, Bryce has like pictures with like everybody. He's one of those guys that is there early. As soon as the gates open, he's there. He's at the end zone. He's catching the players in and out of the tunnel when they're warming up. Bryce got all the selfies with all the guys. Go ahead, Bryce.
Bryce, the moment, man.
You can follow me on Twitter. I got my Twitter up there, and then you can also follow me on Instagram where you can see those photos that D's talking about. It's Bryce M97 _.
Awesome.
Good folks. I'm on all major platforms: Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, everything else, man. J-Rock the Polymath. JayRockThePolymath.
He from YouTube. He from Baltimore. Go ahead.
Straight up.
Go ahead, Kev.
Well, man, you already know what it is, man. Kev Easy, K-E-V-E-Z-E. Folks don't spell well. You know, I don't judge. Follow me everywhere. Stills for 7 podcast. Back at the end of the month. Do you know what's up? You might be on the first episode, depending on the schedules, but you know, we are about to run this year. You know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all. You feel me? And until we meet again, yeah?
Steelers for 7. It's gonna be Steelers for 8 soon. You're gonna change your name. So
Word.
number 7 this year.
When that happens,
Steelers for 8.
Yeah, you gotta do it, Joe. When we get it this year, you gotta change the name, man.
They gotta change that
I
name.
started the brand. I started the podcast with that in mind. You feel me? So,
man,
I got you. Go ahead, Dex. Oh, look at him. What is going on over there?
Going out.
You already know. It's getting closer to time when the yellow flag go around my. You know,
real looking real Mike Mitchell-ish.
Real Stiller game.
Y'all can follow me on X, Twitter, BK Stiller Nation. I'm really trying to build that platform, so please follow me there. I'm wherever D is. I say that every time. You know, that's the homie right there. And shout out to the hair. She never fails. She hits every time.
Never fails. She stay on, ain't she?
You know what I mean?
Thank you. I thought he was gonna get away with one today. I thought he was.
Never.
Thought he was gonna get out there.
Oh, never. Yeah.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All over,
consistency. Man. He's always consistent with it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. But thank you for everybody joining us in the comments. The new people, the old people, the people that's always here, and the people that ain't never been here. I appreciate you. One thing on the YouTube that we did last night that I loved, and I was just so happy, and I'm still a little high from it, was the recruiting. I did a recruiting one-on-one space. It was on Twitter, but I recorded it and put it on the YouTube for people to listen in on. And we talked recruiting with my guy, Coach Derek Jones from Virginia Tech, Coach William Payne from, I forget. I'm sorry. It's out of Myrtle Beach, Collegiate Academy School. He's an athletic director. Joshua Cox from Allen University down in the South. And Savon Huggins from Boston College. They were our panelists. We also had Uncle Luke join us, who is the head coach of Miami.
Oh, not that Uncle Luke.
No, that Uncle Luke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The only Uncle Luke. What Uncle Luke? Yeah, so he came and joined us as well on the panel. We even had some heavy hitters in the room. We had Antonio Cromartie. He was in there. He didn't speak, but he was also in the room. But we talked recruiting for about an hour and a half, and it was great. And questions got answered. Great information was shared about it from the big schools like a Duke, because Coach Cheetah also recruited at Duke and Virginia Tech, and he has like a 20+ year history of recruiting. And then the smaller schools like Allen University. So how things are different. And we had a basketball perspective and a football perspective. And it's something that we're going to continue. So recruiting 101 was not a one-time thing. It's going to be a series. So just stay tuned. And I hope you guys are able, if you personally, look, I'm not in recruiting, but I get to bring the information to educate people. So if you're not into recruiting, But if you know a child, you know a parent, you know someone that wants to coach or be a part of that world, please share that information with them, because people have been coming and telling me that they learned something, and that's all I care about. So that was my community service. It'll be back soon. Just getting all those guys. I hope to add a woman to the panel the next time. Schedules weren't lining up this time, but it was very intentional to have one, and I will make sure that we have one for the next time. But yeah, I'm excited. So stay tuned for that. And I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming on, because this show is just me, and I don't like to talk as much as people think all the time. So I appreciate y'all for coming on today.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, and have a good weekend, y'all. Be safe, and I'll see y'all next week.
Go Steelers.
That's man, get it fine. Y'all be safe. Take it easy.
Yep.